Let's start with sitting up straight. Hands on your knees, back straight. Relax your shoulders, close your eyes, and start to inhale and exhale. Long inhalations and long exhalations. Gently bring your hands together, start rubbing them together, and place them on your closed eyelids. Rub your hands across your face, and with a few blinks, open your eyes. We'll start with neck rotations. Inhale as your head goes back, and exhale as it comes forward. Let's go in the other direction. Inhale as your head goes back, and exhale as it comes forward. Now inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Once again, inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Come to the center and let's look from side to side. And once again, come to the center and ear to shoulder. Good. Stop the practice. Interlock your fingers together. Extend the arms up and slightly back. And then release the arms. Right hand on left knee and twist back. Come back to the center and again interlock your fingers together, extend the arms up and back, and then release the arms, left hand on right knee and twist back. And come back. Now place your hands flat on the floor in front of you, walk forward and place your forehead, nose or chin on the floor. Slowly walk back. Place your hands on either side of the right knee and then walk forward. And slowly walk back. The same thing on the left side. And walk back. Now place your hand flat on the floor next to you. Reach out with the other hand. Look up. Then come back and then the same thing on the other side. Extend the arm up. And come back. Now extend both legs wide apart. Yeah. Place your hands on the floor and walk them forward. Slightly forward, not too much. Stay there. Good. Walk the hands back, both hands on either side of the right leg and then walk forward. And walk back and then the same thing on the left side and walk forward. And walk back. Good. Now bend your left leg at the knee. Place your hands on the floor and then walk the hands forward again. If possible, try to push the right foot, right leg further back. Open that right leg out to the side, if possible. Yeah. And you're bringing the chest down uniformly. One side it shouldn't be tilting forward. Both sides of the chest, both rib cages are coming down the same amount. Don't allow any tilt to happen in the body. Good. Come back. Take the left hand up and out to the side. Come back down. Now right hand on the left knee and twist back. Twist back. Good. Come back. Now left leg goes out, right leg comes in. And again widen that left leg to the side. Widen it out. And then place your hands on the floor and walk forward. Some of you may have problems pushing that left hip down, but try to really keep both hips down on the floor as you lengthen forward. And walk your hands back. Now right hand up and out to the side. And come back. Now take your left hand on the right knee and then twist back. And come back. Good. Now come on all fours. Hands on the floor, knees on the floor. And we're going to start with the tiger breathing. Inhale, look up, push your belly button to the floor. Exhale, push your chin into your chest, curve your back, pull the tailbone in. Inhale, look up. Exhale, push your chin into your chest, curve your back, pull the tailbone in. Once again, inhale, look up. And exhale, push your chin into your chest, curve your back, pull the tailbone in. Come back to your base position, start your wrist stretches. You're going to turn the hands around until they face you and then turn them back. Stop with both hands facing you, start to rock back and forth. And side to side. Stop the practice, bring your hands back to their original positions. Place your toes on the floor, lift the knees up, push your tailbone back. Slowly start to straighten one leg, then the other leg, gently walking in place. And then straighten both legs. Keep the toes very active on the floor. You're really trying to hold the mat with the toes. So the toes should not be inactive. Push the tailbone up. And then bring the right leg on the outside of the right hand. Place the left knee on the floor. Look over your right shoulder at your left ankle. Good. And then press that right hand into the floor and extend the left hand up. So you're twisting. Good. And come down. And now the same thing on the other side. So take the right leg back and you're bringing the left leg forward. Right knee on the floor. Push the hips down. And look over your left shoulder at your right ankle. Good. And then come back. Now, place that left hand on the floor and extend the right hand up. So you're twisting. You're actually even leaning into your left knee. Good. And bring the hands down. Good. Go back into your downward dog. Now bring the right leg forward in between your hands. Place the left knee on the floor. Every time you bring the right leg in, if you are cheating and doing this, then your alignment is not really going to improve. You have to get your knee and your ankle in one line. So Satya, fix that. Bring your knee and ankle in one line. Yeah. Okay, everybody else is fine. Good. Okay, push the hips down. Rock from side to side. And then push your heel into the floor and extend back. Now, with the proper alignment, this will also feel different. Come forward and go back. The closer your heel is to the hips, the less you'll feel when you go back. But when the heel is right under your knee, then there's a lot more stretch that you can do. Good. Come forward. Now we're going to switch legs. Take the right leg back, left leg forward, right knee on the floor, push the hips down. Again, make sure that your ankle and your knee are in one line. Push the hips down, rock from side to side. Yeah. Now push the heel into the floor, extend the leg back. Yes, your toes can come up. And come forward. And go back. Come forward. And go back. Good. And come forward again and bring the other leg forward too. And now stay here. Allow the top of the head to face the floor. Arms are just dangling forward. Your arms do not have to touch the floor, that's fine. And now slowly, vertebra by vertebra, roll yourself up to a standing position. Good. Alright, so come to the front of your mat, toes, feet together, toes touching, hands in the Namaskar Mudra. Feet together, Smriti, feet together. Yeah, alright. And now let's begin. Inhale, take your hands all the way up, Utkatasana. Exhale, place your hands on the floor, straighten the legs, look forward and jump and step back into your Chaturanga. Jump or step back. Yeah. Now, come down and then push yourself up into upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, and now stay here. Stay in the downward facing dog. Push, elevate the tailbone up, roll the thighs in, and try to get your shoulder blades away from each other. There is a tendency to keep the shoulder blades together to open the chest. Now try to pull the shoulder blades away from each other. Good. Now, right leg forward, warrior one. Back foot on the floor. Back foot has to be on the floor. Do not raise the back leg up. Back heel should not be up. Back heel has to be grounded to the floor. Hands down. Take the right leg back. Come down into Chaturanga and lift yourself up into upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. And again, stay here. Think about lengthening the body, the torso. So pull the shoulder blades away from each other. Away from each other. Widen the shoulders. Widen them. Monica, keep looking at your knees. Keep looking at your knees, yes. Now left leg forward, hands up, warrior one. Resist the temptation to lift the right heel up. Resist that temptation. Now come down and take the leg back. Come all the way down into Chaturanga. Lift up into upward facing dog. Then go back into your downward facing dog. And again, work on pulling the shoulder blades away from each other. This is very different to whatever we've done so far. Till now we have pulled the shoulder blades in. Now you're pulling them apart. You're widening the back. This is a more sophisticated movement than simply bringing the shoulder blades together. Now look forward and jump or step forward into Uttanasana. Inhale, come into your Utkatasana. Inhale, come up and hands down. Second one. Inhale, take your hands all the way up, Utkatasana. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor, straighten the legs, look forward, jump or step back into your Chaturanga. Sink all the way down, lift up into your upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. And stay here. 5. Hands firmly pressed into the floor. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Right leg forward, warrior 1. Hands down, right leg back, come all the way down, push yourself up into your upward facing dog. Good. Downward facing dog. Now left leg forward, warrior 1. Hands down, leg back. Come all the way down into Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Stay. Stay. Now I want to see everybody pulling the shoulder blades away from each other and then bring them closer together. See the difference. Bring your shoulder blades closer to each other. What happens? And bring them away from each other. What happens? There is a very marked change. There is a difference. Now left leg forward, look forward, step forward with the right leg, left leg. And then inhale, come up into Utkatasana and stand up, hands down. Now third one. Inhale, take your hands all the way up, Utkatasana. Yes. Exhale, bend forward, place your fingertips on the floor, straighten the legs, look forward and step or jump back into Chaturanga. Come down and lift up into your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg forward, hands up into your warrior posture. Yeah. Okay, Nisha, that's very good. Back heel on the floor, otherwise the hips do not align. Okay, hands down, go back into your Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, very good. Downward facing dog. Now again, bring your shoulder blades closer to each other. No, shoulder blades closer to each other and away from each other. Show me the difference. Shoulder blades closer and away. Good. Okay, now the other leg forward, left leg forward, warrior 1. Good. Hands down. Go back. Take the leg back. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good. Look forward. Step forward with or jump forward. Come into your Uttanasana. Hands up. Utkatasana. And stand up and hands down. 2 more. Inhale. Take your hands all the way up. Utkatasana. Exhale. Place your hands on the floor. Now look forward, jump or step back into your Chaturanga. Yeah. Now come all the way down, push yourself up into your upward facing dog. Then downward facing dog. Right leg forward, hands up, warrior 1. Hands down, go back into Chaturanga. Sink all the way down, push up into your upward facing dog, then downward facing dog. Left leg forward, warrior 1. Yeah, good Monica. Nice. Good Nikita. Good, hands down. Yeah, go back into Chaturanga, push yourself up into upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Again, pull the shoulders away. Pull the shoulders away from each other. Now look forward, step or jump forward between the hands. Yes, now inhale, Utkatasana. And come up and hands down. One last one. If you are noticing that when you jump forward, the knees come out, okay? You have to see why are the knees coming, how is that movement, like that's a limitation, right? You're not able to keep your feet together. Automatically the knees go out. A lot of you have had that problem. You have to see what else you're doing which is causing that. I mean, why are you unable to keep the thigh rotated in as you come forward? You have to see where that movement is manifesting in other places, right? For instance, in your warrior one, are you not able to place the heel on the floor? The more you try to pull the hip inside in warrior one, the less space there will be when you try to jump forward. This just means that you're unable to internally rotate your thighs, okay? So a remedy for that, like how you can fix that, is when you're in warrior one, which is a difficult, it's not easy. Warrior two is very easy. Warrior one is slightly more difficult. So we compensate by lifting the heel up, right? But in warrior one, the more you try to rotate that right thigh in, or the back leg in, the more your knees align, okay? And so the more, when you jump forward, you'll be able to keep your feet together. So all of the asanas are linked. You have to see. Now this time you're going to notice your warrior one. How much are you focusing on the leg which is behind? Alright? And you have to try to rotate it in. There's a purpose for that. We cannot have an open hip in warrior one. We have to have a closed hip. When you don't make an effort to close that hip, then when you try to jump forward, when you try to jump back, jump forward, you have very less control because the hip just doesn't close then. Yeah? So one more Surya Namaskar, and in this you're going to notice your warrior one. Now come to the front of your mat, feet together. Again, here, are you able to keep your feet together? Unconsciously, most people keep the feet apart, but you have to keep the feet together. You have to roll the thighs in. The thighs have to be rolled in this. It's not only about keeping the feet together, but the thighs have to be active also. Now inhale, come into Utkatasana. Yes, notice, are the knees together? Are you able to feel your thighs? Exhale, come into your Uttanasana, straighten the legs. Now look forward, jump or step back into your Chaturanga. Come all the way down and lift up, push up into your upward facing dog. Keep rolling the thighs in. Exhale, go into your downward dog. Now bring the right leg forward, warrior one. Yes, push that heel, the back heel into the floor as your hands go up. Bring your left hip forward. Bring it forward, rotate it forward. Yes, now come down. Go back into your downward, into your Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Good. Now left leg forward and lift up. Yes, rotate that right hip. Here the hips are supposed to be equal. They're supposed to be squared. How much can you pull that hip in? How much flexibility is there in the hip? It comes very slowly in warrior one. Yeah. Hands down. Go back into your Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Kashvi, you also do. Look forward. Jump or step forward into your Uttanasana. Now hands up. Utkatasana. Stay in Utkatasana. Satya, close your knees in Uttanasana. Yes. Stay there. Look up. Scoop that abdomen away from your hips. Yes. Come up and hands down. Shake your legs out. Shake your hands out. Have some water. Everybody has a chair or a stool. One chair, one stool, a chair each or a stool each, and some kind of wall is also nice. Not for very long, but yes, I want to show you some things with the wall. yesterday's class, this is a little bit of a repetition, but just very little, not too much. Actually, let's begin with Trikonasana. Okay, everybody take your legs wide apart. We'll begin with Trikonasana and then we'll move on. So in Trikonasana, take the prop that you need, whatever prop you need for Trikonasana. So if you need a chair, if you need a block for your hand, whatever prop you need to use. Take the legs wide apart. Turn the right foot out. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale your hands out to the sides. Now reach out, and if you don't have a prop, you're only going to go to your ankle. You're going to place your right hand on your ankle and lift the other hand up. Yes. Now push your left foot into the floor tightly. Expand the sole of the foot. Push it flat into the floor. Bend more. Bend to the right a little bit more. Deepen that crease. So it doesn't matter how much you're reaching up, but how much can you bend to the side without bending the side, bending the torso. Good. Come up. Right leg in, left leg out. Now bend to the left side. If you are not using a prop, you're only going to go till the ankles. You're going to hold the ankle, lift the right hand up, keep the side straight. Push the soles of the feet into the floor. Inner edge of the left foot, outer edge of the right foot. Good. Come up and hands down. If you have a wall, go to the wall now. You can take your mat. You don't have to take your mat also. But go to the wall and just first we'll do Trikonasana against the wall. You're going to stand with the left leg to the wall first. So the side of the foot will be against the wall. The right leg will come out. You're going to use the same props that you used without the wall. So place your left foot against the wall. Right foot out. Turn the right foot out. Yes, 90 degrees out, away from you. Raji, increase the distance between your feet. Yeah, okay. Everybody hands up. Hands out to the sides. Now push that left foot into the wall. Push it tightly. This is a movement that we're going to be doing today. Push it into the wall without it affecting the rest of your body. So I just want you to get that feeling on the waist, from here all the way down to the leg. So everything else should be relaxed. Okay, now extend the arms out and then go down to the right side. Do your Trikonasana, but keep your awareness on that left leg, on the back leg, which everybody forgets. Yes, this is very good, Monica. Try to straighten the right leg more, Monica. Sachin, push the right hip forward. Right hip. Yeah, much better. Everybody push that left leg into the wall. Push it into the wall. Gitanjali, you have to push the right hip forward. Good. Everybody come up. Good. Now turn around. I need you to see the difference between if you activate the back leg and when you don't activate the back leg. You need to see the difference. Okay? Now stand with your right leg against the wall. Left leg comes out. Keep a wider distance now. Don't keep a small distance. Try to tighten both legs, especially the right knee. Now you have to tighten the right knee. When you do that, then you'll feel that right foot pushing further into the wall. Allow that to happen. Hands up, hands out to the sides. Now, reach out, reach out, reach out. Place your hand on your chosen prop. Push that foot into the wall. Push that foot into the wall and push that left hip forward. Okay, come up. Hands down. Who understands pushing? Okay, give, hands up. Who understands when I say push the hip forward? Do you understand? Okay. It makes sense, right? Pushing the hips forward. Good. Okay, fine. Do you see a difference? Who sees a difference between doing it here and then doing it against the wall? Does anyone see any difference? If you don't see a difference, raise your hands. Only one person. Okay. All right. Now come away from the wall. And warrior 2 now. So today's posture is warrior 2. Okay. Now warrior 2, the problems are this. Watch. Everybody's problems in warrior 2 are this. This is everybody's problem. I need the warrior 2 to be like this, not like this. Okay? Can you see that problem? Between this, like this is what I want and this is what everybody is doing. This is what everybody is doing. Yeah? So we need to correct it by pushing the hips forward. Which is why I'm asking you, do you understand when I say push the hips forward? Because if you do, then you'll be in this posture. From here, you will be able to push the hip forward because it's not just the knee that's moving. You will be able to move the hip forward so that the knee and the hip are aligned. Do you see the difference? Raise your hand if you see the difference. Yeah. So that is warrior 2. And if I do it from the side, what most people are doing is this. This is the most common thing that I'm seeing. What we need to do is this. The knee and the hip are in one line, arms are in one line. I'm not going like this. Right? Which is what we worked on yesterday also, last night, but we're going to get deeper into it today. Okay? Now, everybody come into your warrior 2 on the floor, like without any props. So take the legs about 5 feet apart, wide distance. Right foot out, hands up, hands out to the sides. Bend the right leg, sink down. Keep your body absolutely straight. Nidhi, more distance. More distance. Push against the... Ms. Rishi, take the knee on top of the ankle. It's just not coming on top of the ankle right now. It is about 2 feet away. Yes, good Monica. That is very good. Okay, everybody, Nishad, how's doing? Okay, by and large, everybody's doing it well. Very nice. Good. Come up, same thing on the other side. Same thing on the other side. In your own time, go ahead. Yeah, very good. Tejasvi, your knee is going beyond your ankle. Satya, you can sink down more. You have really long legs, so you can sink down more. Yeah, good, Nikita. That's good. Very good, everybody. Come up. Come up. Nice. Now take your chair or your stool. Some of you don't have a chair, that's fine. Use whatever you have and let's see if that works. Yeah. Quickly, quickly. Okay, now warrior 2 here. So place your right foot on the floor. Leg is following the edge of this chair. Okay, so my leg is actually sitting on the edge of the chair, and this actually is the perfect warrior 2. Okay, Rennie, you can use the stool also. That's fine. Keep the stool in the center of the hip. Like how I'm sitting, you can sit like that also, but that stool is supposed to be in the center of the hip. Yeah. Yeah, it is working for Nisha and Smriti, that's fine, that's good. Now, okay. Now, all the problems, like you guys are doing the same thing. So, Nidhi, you have a tendency to do this whenever you are on the floor. Again, you're doing this. The knee is coming beyond the ankle. So, push your knee back. Push your knee back. Same thing with Tejasvi. Tejasvi, bring your heel back under your ankle. Under your knee. Now extend out. Extend the arms out. Try to reach back to the left side.
Yeah, if I'm allowing to lead with the ankle, my leg is going up. I'm not able to touch my toes on.
Then place a block under your foot. Place a block under the foot. Satya, now you see how opening that hip becomes difficult. But we have to get used to that. Everybody rotate that right hip inwards. Place your hand on that right hip and rotate it inward. The right hip, not the left. Yes, rotate it inward. See the difference it makes. It opens up the other thigh also. Gitanjali, that's good. Very nice. Okay guys, come up. Now, if you had not been resting on this, okay, you would have felt something in the thigh. Just because we were using the chair doesn't mean that the thigh wasn't working. When you rotated that thigh inwards, when you rotated that hip forward, you did notice something happen, right? There was some movement in the hip, which doesn't happen when you stand and when you do your warrior posture. Okay. Now go to the other side and do the same thing. Same thing. Nidhi, please mute yourself. I think you unmuted yourself. Yeah. Yeah. See, notice how difficult it is for the inner groin to be aligned with the knee, for the hip to be open. Yeah. Hey, Nisha, that's very good. Smriti, look at how Nisha has done it. Open that knee up. Yeah. Yeah. If your knee is at the end, is on the edge of the chair, then your hip is also supposed to be on the edge of the chair. Yeah. Satya, push the back foot further back. See if you can do that. Ah, okay. Okay, then that's fine. Then that's fine. Which probably means you need a lower chair. Like the chair is too high for you. See, Tejasvi, again, your knee is beyond your ankle. And this is the same side that it tends to happen on this side. Yes, like that. You have to bring the knee back like that. Now sink down. Take the back foot further back. Yeah. Good, guys. Okay, come up. Come up. Now, go to your wall. And this is how you will practice the warrior pose, most of you. Now, left foot, like just for Trikonasana, left foot, like we did for Trikonasana. Left foot against the wall, right foot goes out. Like you did for Trikonasana. Yeah, don't get into the posture. You will, because you'll hold it for a long time. Yeah. Monica, straighten your right leg. Straighten it. Don't bend it right now. And widen the legs, Monica. Widen them more. 2 feet more. That's how much you can widen your legs. Okay, good. Rennie, you're fine. Good. Okay, now inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, hands out to the sides. Are you able to touch the wall with the hand? The left hand should be on the wall. Nidhi, turn the right foot out. Good. Okay, now bend your right leg and sink down. Keep the hand on the wall. Yes, keep the hand on the wall. Push the hip forward, keep the hand on the wall. Reach back more. Mrs. Rishi, bend the knee and reach back. Bend the knee and reach back. Push the hip forward. Yeah, good. Stay. Good. Very nice. Very nice. Rennie, that is very, very good. Raji, that's very good. Come up to the other side. To the other side. Hands up, hands out to the sides, go down into your warrior posture. Straighten the back leg. See again, now if your hand is touching the wall, the back knee will become like it'll bend. But straighten it. Push the hip forward, straighten that leg. See the difference. Yeah, good. Come up. Come up. difference between warrior without the wall and with the wall? Do you see a difference? Raise your hands if you see a difference. Okay, I'm hoping there's a good difference. Yeah. So the most common problem, guys, and which you will not see unless you see it in you for yourself, like unless you take a picture. Okay. Most common problem that in this group that's there is this. See how my hip is tilted? Okay, but we're trying to not tilt the hip. There's a tilt in the hip, which is such a minute detail that you won't understand because you're so used to, this feels normal. Okay, this and this. As soon as we know we're going to the left side, there's a tilt which works in Trikonasana, but it does not work in Warrior 2. In Warrior 2, we need to keep the hip like this rather than like this. And I see this mostly in people who have, when you jump forward, you cannot keep your knees together. Okay, so mostly in you guys, I'm seeing this. So we need to fix it. If I were to stand, I'd say something like you're doing this, you're tilting the hip. There's a tilt in the hip. And versus this. Okay, so that's how that helps. Now, one more thing. If you have a block, you're going to use a block. If you have a chair, you're going to use a chair. Okay, and if you have a wooden block, then don't use a wooden block because this is a little bit difficult. Okay, but just watch that you can try it on your own also. If you have like lighter blocks, these wooden blocks tend to be heavy. Watch. Now, most of you come like this, like most of you are doing this, or you're doing this, okay? To make sure that the leg is aligned, hold that block between your knee and the wall. It has to be a strong hold because if I don't hold it strongly, this will fall and injure my foot, okay? And then you extend. So when I'm extending, my fingertips are touching the wall and my spine is absolutely straight. Okay? And also this is a straight line. See, my thigh is a continuation of this block. Right? Now, how will you do this? With a chair. The same way. You're going to place the chair against this wall. And I'm going to try to do the Warrior 2 and try to come at the same level as the chair. Like I want my thigh to sink down so much that I'm in the same level as the chair. And I still want to keep pushing the hip forward. I want to keep the knee tight. I want to keep the arms out. Yeah? If you have a block, use a block. If you have a chair, use a chair. And let's see. Yeah, Nikita, you can use those blocks. Those are light blocks. If you have foam blocks, you can use the foam blocks. Yeah, start with the right leg first. This is a good way for you to see, and are you sinking down enough? Yes, Monica, go ahead. Finish the posture. Take the hands out. Yeah. Yeah. Raji, take the back leg further back. Yes. Push the right knee back also. Push it back. Yeah. Yeah. Reni, that's good. That's good, Reni. Yeah. Good. Gitanjali, you can also come down further. Sachin, that's good. Good, Nisha. Good, Smriti. Yeah. Come up. Come up. Okay. So, see, now you see that this posture, which is a standing posture, and it's actually, it's a lot about strength. Okay. Like, standing postures tend to be about how long can I hold. You know, they're not really about precision. Like, no one thinks I have to balance, you know, like a block here, the block must not fall. No one thinks about the balance that's required in this posture. But there is a huge amount of balance required because you're doing this, the posture is unbalanced. You want to make sure that you're sinking down and your arms are straight. Right? Now, Who thinks that they are leaning forward in this posture? Leaning like towards the leg which is out? Or do you all think that your spine is absolutely straight? Who thinks they're leaning forward? Okay. Yes. Do you think that because when you did the posture and we tried to extend the hand back, were you easily able to hold? Like if I were to do warrior posture here, if I have a tendency to move forward, I won't, it'll be difficult to do this, right? So do you feel a tendency to come away from the wall, or were you all able to do this? Raise your hand if you were able to hold the, yeah, yes. So you know what happens? If there is no flexibility, especially for those people who have those tilted hips, you know what's happening? Your hip is tilted and you're doing this. This is what's happening. You're compensating with the upper back, with the lumbar spine, thoracic spine. Do you see this? So it has to be straight. So see the difference between this tilt and like a straight back. If your legs are not aligned, if you're unable to rotate this in, rotate this out, the rest of the posture is not going to come. It may look like it is, it's not going to come. Okay, you have to start from the basics. So once again, and we're going to finish with the chair, but once again, I want you guys to do the warrior posture with the wall. Hold, like place your hand flat on the wall and then go into your warrior posture. Don't compensate with a twist in the upper back. Come on, yeah, start, hands up, hands out. Yeah, and stay there. Do it on the other side also. I am going to ask you guys to take your own pictures also, but I'm also taking pictures so that you can see. Monica, lift the back hand up slightly. Yes, like that, yes. And sink down. Sink down. Good. Come up. So when you try to make it up with a twist in the, like with a bend in the upper body, what happens is that the back knee also doesn't straighten up. Okay? Who has questions? Anyone has any questions? If you do, raise your hand. Okay, wait. Just hold on to your question. We'll do one more variation and then I'll take your questions. Okay? Or is the question very urgent? Okay. Come up. Bring your chair back. Stool, chair, whatever, bring it back. Okay, do you have tight hips? Like, do you have inflexible hips? Now we'll find out, because we're going to do warrior 2 and then we're going to do reverse warrior using the same chair. Satya, if you have a shorter chair, maybe you could use that if you have. If you don't have right now, that's fine also. And those of you with enough flexibility on the hip, try to see that the back of your knee, like like where the knee bends, that is exactly on the edge of the chair. Like that's like sitting perfectly on the edge of the chair. Yeah. See, Raji, again, you will also have to work on opening. Open that hip. Okay, I'll show you what an open hip is. Okay, look at your back foot. Most of you will be pointing it forward because that's what we do in warrior 2. Can you point it out? Point it out so that it's out to the side. See how much that hip is open? See the open hip right now? The leg is open, but the hip is also open. Can you keep that hip open, but bring that foot back? Keep that hip in the same, yeah, yes. So for many of you, you see the difference now. Okay, that is an open hip, but that might be very uncomfortable for some of you. Now, hands out. Yeah, hands out. Now, left hand reverse warrior. So left hand here on the back leg, and how much can you tilt back? So I'm not reaching up, I'm also tilting back. Yeah, good. Back means closer to the, it's a lateral bend, so closer to the left foot. And keep the chest open, keep the chest open. Stay there. Open the chest also and stay there. Yeah. Stay there. What is interesting to always see is that how you follow the instructions. Okay, I've taken a picture, I'll show you, I'll share the pictures with you about what I mean. Now, other side. Go to the other side. Go to the other side, same thing. Here also, experiment, like open that thigh up and see if you can keep it out. Bend it, you know, and then see if you can open. Just see how much, like how is that thigh behaving. Yeah. Nisha, in your personal practice, I would suggest that you practice it this way. Like it's looking really nice. Your hip is aligned with your knee. Yeah, good. Okay, so first we're going to do warrior 2. And remember in warrior 2 also, you're supposed to keep the back foot very active. So that's like pushed down into the floor. Stay there. Yeah, actually this is very good. Raji, lift your right hand further up. Just that much. Hold it. Okay. All right. Now reverse warrior. Place your right hand on the right leg and go back. Stay there. Stay there. Nikita, that's very good. Yeah, good. Come up. Come up. Remove the chair. Shake the legs out. Okay, does everyone have their belts right now? Scarves or belts or something? If you don't, give me, like, raise your hand if you don't have a belt. Yeah, so I just wanted to do this little experiment with Uttanasana. So keep your belts handy. Start with your feet hip-width distance apart. Yeah. Bend forward, place your feet under your, place your belt under your feet so that it's following like the center of the foot. Not in the front, not in the back, but exactly in the center of the foot. Nidhi, legs wider. Legs wider. Okay, place your hands on the knees. Can you push your knees back and lengthen the back? Push your knees, push into your knees with your hands and lengthen the back. Ready? That's good. Yes, keep the back, the back straight. Keep the legs also straight. Slowly start to inch down with the hands, but not with the back. So the back will remain straight. Do not curve it. Ready? It's already curved. Bend from the waist. Bend from the waist. Look forward. Look forward. Yes. Grab your belt and pull up on the belt. Now roll the thighs in. Roll the thighs in. Not only are you keeping your back straight, but you're rolling your thighs in also. Roll the thighs in. Look forward. Nikita, body weight is on the heels. Bring it forward. Bring it forward. Yeah. Roll the thighs in. Hold it and roll the thighs in. Good. Come up. Now, bring your feet closer together. So the thighs are also touching. And now go forward, place your fingertips on the floor. Just like you do for your Uttanasana. If you need something under your hands, go ahead and use that. But keep the knees straight. Now roll the thighs inwards. See the difference. Keep the knees relaxed. Roll the thighs in. Relax the knees. Thighs in. Look forward. Look forward. Satya, look forward. Yeah. Good. Okay, now from here go into your downward dog. We'll do a short shavasana and then we're going to start. Then any questions that you have. Tighten the thighs. Roll the thighs in. In downward dog also, the thighs have to be rolled in. The only posture in which you shouldn't control anything is shavasana. Yes, knees on the floor. Relax. Yeah, you can lie down on your back. You can lie down on your stomach also. Place one hand on top of the other and relax. Yeah. Whichever shavasana is comfortable for you, whether on your stomach or on your back. Just start to inhale and exhale. Gently bring your awareness back into your own body. Start to move your fingers and your toes. Move your face from side to side. Turn to the right. With your left hand, bring yourself up into any comfortable seated meditative asana. Sit with your back straight, your shoulders relaxed, your eyes closed. Bring your hands together in the Namaskar Mudra. Start rubbing your hands together and place them on your closed eyelids. Rub your hands across your face and with a few blinks, open your eyes. All right, if you have a question, you can stay on. If you don't have a question, you're welcome to log off.
I just have a quick question.
Yeah.
One in Warrior 2, basically we are trying to square the hips, right, towards the front. That's the, okay. And when I, two or three questions. When I was doing the Warrior 2 with the chair, it was too difficult. Like I felt that I had to widen my legs even more and sit down, and I just couldn't hold it.
Yes, which means even in the regular Warrior without the chair, you're doing something wrong. It is a false sense of like...
enough, like what is the wrong that I understand that I'm still not able to square the hips.
Yes, so that is what, yeah.
I need to be wider. You said to come down to the level of the chair, right? So the chair I felt was too low for me. To come come down, I had to...
Yeah. So that is one of your things. Like in Warrior 1 and Warrior 2, you're just not coming down enough. So that is one of the things. You have to come down. But coming down is also like independent of the squaring of the hip. You know, sometimes when you come further down, the hip cocks to the side. So both things have to happen at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, but you do need to come down. Yeah.
When we were resting the thigh on the chair, and then you said on the back leg outside.
Out, yeah.
Even that didn't happen. Like I just couldn't move it.
You couldn't turn the foot out.
Yeah, it was facing the front.
Huh.
You said turn it that side to see how it opens. I just couldn't.
But where did you feel the limitation was? Like
thighs. I think my from the thighs, yeah.
Huh.
My foot did not want to get up and.
But it could, right? It could. Like you could put some force on it and move it though, right?
Yeah, but it was a little painful.
It was painful. So that's fine. So it's repeated effort also. You do need repeated effort for this. You know? Yeah? Which is why I say in like the Surya Namaskar, it is not okay to lift the heel up. Like it's not okay. Like when you do Warrior 1, it's not okay to lift the heel up. You should try to get the heel as close to the floor as possible. So you have to try to get that extension. Any other questions?
One question from my side, Pragya.
Yes, Raji, yeah.
So, when I go back from down dog, when I jump back, right, I know my legs are going like this. I'm not sure in the Warrior 2 if my hip is tilting.
Yeah, it was not tilting. It was not tilting. So the knees going out, it's a function of like how much rotation you have, but it is also a function of how much are you able to use that, you know. So like how much are you able to access that? I may be able to like rotate it out and in, but you know, when I'm doing this movement where I'm jumping, which is like a dynamic movement, am I able to access that? So it is also, you know, like it's also that. Yes, yeah. Like how much can I consciously like access that part of my body and roll it in? So that's like, and I would say that with repeated practice, that also fixes itself. Yeah. Yes, Nidhi.
When we were using chair, so my legs were not wide and I was not able to place both the legs on the floor. Was the chair too high for me, for my height?
Both the legs on the floor.
Yeah, because unless until I, like if I'm putting this right leg parallel to the chair, I have to put this little far away from the chair, right?
No, then you use the chair might be too high for you, so you just need a block under your foot. That's all.
Okay, but that was not comfortable. Like you were telling that it should be like your knee should be parallel to that. The block was tilting and I was not able to balance it.
Were you placing the block flat on its face?
Yes.
And on the floor, right? Or on the mat?
Yes. Yeah.
So it was tilting?
Yeah, I mean probably because of mat, but
it was not moving. Okay. It was like moving, you're saying? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. See guys, the Warrior 2, these standing asanas are not comfortable. We just do them all the time, so we think that yeah, these are basic asanas. They are not comfortable. To open the hip, it's a very uncomfortable process. Like it is painful and it is, you know, it's not easy. So if like the chair is like the best indication. If on the chair you're not able to straighten that inner thigh, then even in your like without it, there is something that is not aligned, you know, because see, without any props, without any guidance, your body takes the shortcut. It takes the easiest route to sink down. It sinks down. It does not stay in the asana. Like it just sinks down. Okay, so if on the chair you're finding that there is a difference, I would say listen to the chair, see what is happening. Then you repeatedly practice with the chair. Like Nidhi, for you, for instance, one leg doesn't come down enough. The other leg goes very far down, so the knee goes beyond the heel. And the chair is showing you that. You know, the chair will not let you come beyond a particular point. And also because you're supposed to keep that knee close to the chair, like the seat of the chair, you know, it gives you some guidance. I'd say you listen to the chair. Yeah? Nikita, you had a question also?
Yeah, so what happened is, you know, when I was resting, suppose if I'm resting my left leg on the chair,
Yeah.
okay, what I noticed is my right leg is not in line with the foot of the left leg. It was a little ahead.
Ahead, yeah.
So, and I found it really difficult to
Yes.
get that in line.
Yeah.
So, what is that?
That is the hip. Yeah, plain and simple, it's just the hip. Yeah. Yeah? Cool. All right, guys.
While you're sitting on the chair trying to do the warrior pose, like we try and the leg which is tilted outside is in the center of the other foot.
Yeah.
So it remains the same on the chair as well,
Yes,
right?
it does. Yes. It does. Yeah.
And the back leg, right? And when you're here.
Yeah.
So for bending the back leg, you have to keep it engaged, right? So when I'm doing that, I'm getting a slight pain on my knee. I don't know why.
Okay. If you're getting a pain on the knee, then you'll have to see. Then you're tightening the knee. You're not tightening the thighs. One good way of doing that, like if you want to work with that, is you take a belt, okay, and you put it on the thigh. You put it around the thigh and tighten it.
Okay.
So then your awareness stays on the thigh. You know, so one good way of like trying to work with that. Yeah. Okay. Kashvi, you have any questions?
Yeah.
But you didn't attend the class.
No need.
No need. Oh. Okay.
With the chair, we can put the pillow on it. Like on the pillow.
Yeah. You want to ask about yoga class for 5 years old? Ask.
Okay, Kashi, now you'll show us tree pose.
Tree pose?
Yes, show us the tree pose.
I don't know what tree pose.
Very nice. Very good, Kashi. Good.
I can do it without.
Wow. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you for attending. I'll see you guys. Bye. Bye.
Pragya, I just want to show you that.
Okay.
I can hop with
You can hop also. Wow, Kashi. That's just amazing. See Kashi, the flamingo on your shirt, it's also doing yoga, you see?
No, it's
Yeah.
drinking some juice.
Oh, drinking the juice with the legs are in your tree pose. See, it's drinking it's drinking juice in tree pose. That's awesome.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye now.
Yes, bye.